to our first show. We are excited to be here today. For the last few weeks, we've been preparing for this. Many people have been calling us to tell us how excited they are that finally they will be able to listen to conversations that will shape the future of agriculture and food systems in Africa. Today, we'll be talking to Maxwel Kiptanui, a horticulturalist by profession, trained in Kenya, Israel, and has been practicing consultancy for about 5 years ago. Welcome, Maxwel, to our station.
Thank you, Kelvin. I'm delighted to be your guest today.
Tunafurahia kukupata leo.
Yeah, pia mimi nashukuru kwa mwaliko wenu na pia kunihost.
Nice. Utuambie umekuwa wapi kwa miaka 5 imepita na umekuwa ukifanya nini?
Okay, first of all, thank you to everybody who's listening. Like Kelvin mentioned before, my name is Maxwel Kiptanui, alias Mr. Horticulture on Twitter. That is my handle. I've been doing farm consultancy and horticultural trainings, farmer trainings. I've been doing greenhouse construction. I've been doing youth empowerment in matters of agriculture. I've been doing advocacy for young people to join agriculture. So that is, in a nutshell, that is what I've been doing in the past 5 years since I graduated from Egerton University. Yes, I'm a horticulturalist by training, and also I'm trained in dryland farming.
Dryland farming.
Yes, matters irrigation, matters greenhouse production.
Yeah.
So that is what I've been doing. I've been trying to pass the knowledge to young farmers and actually to farmers in globally through my Twitter handle, which is Mr. Horticulture.
Yeah.
You guys can follow me on Twitter. I try to pass information on the upcoming techniques of agriculture to anybody outside there who is doing farming, and also try to motivate young farmers to get into farming.
Great, Maxwell. Yeah. Utuambie, umesema uko Twitter kama Mr. Horticulture.
Yes.
Sasa watu wanaweza kufuata pale Twitter na hashtag. Uko na hashtag unatumia?
Yeah, hashtag ni Mr. Horticulture, hashtag
Mr. Horticulture.
Yes, and there's an hashtag Mr. Horticulture. Then also we are coming up with something good very soon.
Nice.
An hashtag that will help a lot of farmers. It was actually to be Farm Care Online, but we are still thinking on a good way to put it.
All right.
But we will be coming up with a show that will be running every week through an hashtag.
All right.
That will be educative to farmers. It will be solving all the problems that farmers are having.
Yeah.
So that we expand the reach from what we are doing currently.
That is great, Mr. Maxwell.
Thank you.
Tunaambiwa uko watu wanakuja live na tunataka watuambie wana watch the live show from wapi. Unatag the place you are. Kama ni from Nakuru unatuambia, kama ni from Eldoret unatuambia, na unatuuliza pia swali. Kama utakuwa na swali unataka Maxwell ajibu baadaye unatuambia. Tuko Twitter kama Farmers Radio, hashtag Farmers Radio, na pia unaweza tag Mr. Horticulture pale, and then tutakuwa na nafasi ya kujibu swali yako kama utakuwa na swali yote. Sasa Maxwell, umesema umekuwa Israel ukifunzwa mambo ya dryland agriculture.
Yes.
Utuambie kuhusu dryland agriculture na kulingana na climate change ambayo tuna experience in Africa, inaweza husiana vipi mambo ya dryland management na the way we are seeing climate change in affect our farmers?
Yeah, okay. Actually, it's exciting for me to learn that some beautiful capsicum can be produced in desert, actually in large quantity.
Yeah.
From where I was born, we are doing rain-fed agriculture, which is actually a norm to us.
Yeah.
We are so much used to doing rain-fed agriculture. And this rain-fed agriculture is It is actually seasonal. We do it in seasons. And there's no specific program that we follow. The only program we have is the environmental condition program.
Yeah.
We are actually conditioned by the program by the environment, by the weather to do agriculture. But I was excited to learn that we can produce actually food in a desert.
Interesting.
Yeah, through the modern techniques of farming, through drip irrigation,
Yeah.
through controlled environment like greenhouses.
Right.
Yeah, so actually dryland farming, it's all about doing farming in a desert and creating the conditions that are necessary for any other plant to grow. In a place like a desert where there's no rain, there's no good soil. So it's actually creating the environment in the desert for plants to grow. So with our rising cases of with our changing climate, ever-changing climate, I think we in Africa should school from these Israelites are using
Right.
from Israel.
And how is that being done?
Yeah, these guys are doing farming in greenhouses. They are using imported soils.
Yeah.
They are using hydroponics. They are also using fine sand.
Fine sand from the... Where do they find the sand? Oceans?
No, actually from the basin of River Jordan, mainly.
Yeah.
But most of the farms in Israel are doing hydroponics. That is soilless media.
Soilless media.
Yeah.
So unaona ile mpangilio Israel imechukua katika kufanya farming in a desert. Are we closer to attain that, na ama tunaweza kufikia huko kwa muda fulani?
Like I usually tell farmers,
right.
Necessity is the mother of all inventions.
Necessity.
Yeah, so I think currently in Africa we don't see the need, or there's no gap in our food system as much as there are Israelites before. But I think we are going there with the ever rising population in the world, the growing markets of food in Africa and actually globally.
Yeah,
we as Africa should be going there, because actually Africa is the richest continent in the world. If you talk of the resources that we have, the natural resources.
Yeah.
But then we need to utilize properly these resources, and then also we need to innovate and actually try to do farming in areas like desert areas in Africa.
Great.
So if we do that, we will be able to meet the ever-rising demand of food in the world. So
at the moment, do you think we are in a food crisis that will necessitate us to invent ways to improve our agriculture?
No, the challenge with Africa is that what we are doing in our food systems, we are still doing agriculture not as a business.
No,
we are not producing food for a bigger region. We are not producing food for the world.
Yeah.
Most of the smallholder farmers who contribute, actually, most of the biggest population of farmers are the smallholder farmers. They contribute to 95% or 90% of the food that is produced globally.
Yeah.
But 4% of these farmers export their food to lucrative markets globally.
So, like 95% are the smallholder farmers.
Yeah, for actually it should be 96, but approximately 90 to 95% are smallholder farmers. These are the people who produce food that are consumed globally.
Yeah.
But 4% of the smallholder farmers export their food.
Yeah.
To the global markets. The rest sell to either the local market or they are doing only for home consumption. So you see, we are the biggest population of our farmers in Africa are not doing agriculture as a business.
They do it for the local consumption.
Yeah, they do it they do what we call consistent farming. It's only for their own consumption and also for just sell in the local market.
Now, compare what we are seeing in Kenya versus Israel,
Yeah.
what is the difference in their production system? Do they produce for local or for the international markets?
60% of Israel produce is sold outside Israel.
It's all outside Israel.
Yeah,
So-
they sell to Europe and the US, Poland, and all these European countries.
So what you're telling us is that Israel, being a desert, is able to feed other parts of the world.
Yeah, you see, that is the difference between us. And then also,
Yep.
we have a problem in Africa, and Kenya and Africa.
Yeah.
Our cultures are a bit different.
Yeah.
And it is what contributes majorly to how we do agriculture. The culture change is what we need in Kenya and in Africa, because actually what those people are doing,
Right.
they don't do farming as a traditional thing. They do it as a business.
Right.
And then you see what happens in Africa is that we do it for continuity. We do it for just to fulfill what somebody has started doing.
Yeah.
We are doing it because our forefathers were doing. We're doing it. It's actually not what we like doing. You know, in what I've come to realize in any profession,
Right.
passion drives 80% of everything.
Passion drives the most.
Yeah, passion. Yeah, so you see, we lack the passion in agriculture. In fact, I know you also know, Kelvin, that in our community,
Yep.
if you mention a farmer, he is always regarded as that person who is actually poor.
Yeah.
Somebody who is actually used to beg. You want to ask for money, and they ask you who your father is. You say, my father is a farmer. They will give you money. They will sponsor you.
Yeah. Wameona kwamba wao ndio wako the least of the pyramid.
Yeah, so that is what is happening in Africa. And I will tell you, when I was in Israel, I used to go to some school.
Yeah.
And there was a bank in that school that farmers could come and get their payments.
Right.
Because actually payments were done 10 days from the day the produce was exported.
Like a farmer will export and they can be paid within 10 days.
Yeah, so you know what happens in Israel?
Yeah.
There's a marketing team that represents farmers. So they do all the negotiations, they do all the marketing.
Yeah.
So the farmer will get his pay
Right.
when everything has been taken from all the deduction have been made.
Yeah.
He will get his pay the 10th day after he exported the produce was exported.
That is great.
Yeah, so I remember one day I was trying to send something home in the bank.
Yeah.
And some Thai farmers came in.
5 farmers.
Yeah, so the bank was actually closed
Yeah.
because the transactions that were going to happen there were huge.
Oh.
So you see, the farmers actually are the biggest guys in Israel because they get some good money from what they do.
So farmers in Israel are like the big bosses.
Yeah, they are the big guys.
You know, the reason we are having this show is we call it reimagining farming.
Yeah.
We want to completely change the mindset and we want to show a different picture of what farmers have been seeing. And
Yes.
through these conversations and dialogues, we are going to set a pace where we shall show the picture of what is happening in other places versus what we are having here in Kenya.
Sure.
And with your experience, Maxwel,
Yes.
what do you think has been done by Israel government compared to our government, which can help structure our systems to be better?
First of all, I think from where I sit right now,
Yeah.
I think we should the government and our legislators should try and do policies that will favor women to get into farming.
Yeah.
Girls. That will empower them to get access to land. You know, traditionally in Africa, land belongs to the men.
Yeah.
You know, men inherit land, women are married to men.
Yep.
So actually, we need to do policies that will allow women to get land. That is one.
Right.
Another policy that I wish our governments will do in Africa,
Yeah.
is that they should do policies that will protect their farmers.
And what do you mean by protecting the farmers?
They will cushion the farmers from markets. They will determine the minimum prices. Right now, when a farmer is doing kales in Kenya,
Yeah.
they are not sure what price they are going to sell. They are not even very sure the minimum price they are going to get in the market. So you cannot actually, like the challenge I get when I go to visit a farmer.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to tell somebody to get into farming is that I'm not sure if I tell you to plant tomatoes.
Right.
We cannot calculate and say this is the income you're going to get.
Yeah.
Because the market is always fluctuating. Today we are selling tomatoes at 50, tomorrow we are selling at 10 shillings.
So,
and it even changes overnight. Today it's 15 shillings, tomorrow it's 100 shillings.
Yeah.
So actually the government should do that will protect farmers.
So, hapo kwa having the right policies, we need the government to set the right rules.
Yeah, sure.
And ensure proper implementation.
Yeah, they should actually do. They should caution farmers through policies.
Yeah.
From the brokers, actually, but I have come to realize that we need brokers in the system, but they should also be given their space that is legal, and also they should also be regulated, because they should not be allowed to control the markets.
Interestingly. So,
yeah.
Now that you are in the private sector and running your personal consultancy firm,
yeah,
what are the latest developments from the private sector that are driving agriculture forward from the private sector? What are coming up, the latest developments, and what you yourself is doing to see the growth of the industry?
Okay, from where we sit as a consultants and independent agronomists,
yeah,
we are trying to make sure that we do the consulting first of all. We are trying to make sure that we know what actually extension officers should be doing.
Right.
Yeah, we are also trying to see that we empower young people. We give them seeds, we give them small financial support.
Yeah.
What I do as Mr. Culture is when I get a group, I go in a group of young people. I give them seeds of things that I know they can sell to the market.
Yeah.
And also, we are trying to do different things differently from what has been happening in the industry before.
Right.
We are trying to make sure that we train farmers to do greenhouse farming.
Yeah.
Because actually this is what they can control.
Nice.
Yeah, we are trying to make sure that they also venture into new markets.
Yeah.
We are also trying to create new markets. Also, we are trying to do also commodity awareness.
Yeah.
There are some other products like cucumber, like lettuce that are not being consumed. They were not traditionally consumed by Africans. But now, we are trying to make sure that as we produce for these big boys in town,
yeah,
we also make sure that the people in the village are consuming it.
Great.
By so doing, we expect for the same product.
That is nice. And umeongelea kuhusu greenhouses.
Yeah.
What is the uptake? How are people adopting the use of greenhouses for their farms, in their farms?
Okay, I will say it's a bit slow, but it's good. It's people are beginning to appreciate that greenhouse farming is the way to go. Though it's a bit slow, but people are beginning to understand. There was actually a myth or a misconception that anything produced in a greenhouse is bad. It's a GMO.
Yeah.
So that was the challenge that was hindering farmers actually to get into greenhouse farming.
Right.
We are trying to tell people that it's actually safe and good to consume products produced under a greenhouse than consuming what is produced outside.
Great, that's good, Maxwell. We will take a short break and then we will come back to continue with other parts of our discussion. We have many things lined up after this. Let's take a very brief break and we'll be back shortly.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Welcome back again. We are happy to be back. We are seeing many people continue to join the discussions. We are still live. We are live on YouTube, live here on Facebook, and we are happy. People are responding to comments. People are inboxing us. Many questions are coming here. You can follow the conversations using the hashtag Farmers Radio. We are live. We are trending. Many people still using the tag. Tag us. You can also tag Mr. Horticulture. Tag Farmers Radio in your questions, and we will respond back to you before the end of the show. And so, Maxwel, you were talking to us about greenhouse adoption in Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to see the challenges that people face, especially when it comes to constructing greenhouses, and what could be the ways to make it easy for them.
Okay, first of all, I will like to tell farmers and everybody who's listening that it's actually good to do greenhouse farming. With greenhouse farming, the advantages are that you will be able to control a lot of pests and diseases.
Yeah.
And then also you will get clean products.
Nice.
You will be able to elongate your harvesting period. The management of crops in greenhouse is a bit easier. It's a bit labor. It's not labor intensive like it is in the outside, the open field way of doing farming. So actually, it's more advantageous to do greenhouse farming than to do open field farming. You see, when a farmer is doing open field farming and it's raining for things like tomatoes, they're usually affected with blights.
Yeah.
Which is a fungal disease. This is because of the rain, the continuous rain. So when you do it in greenhouse, it's a bit cheaper to control blight because it doesn't happen regularly like it happens when you're doing outside.
So
farmers,
yep.
Yeah, farmers should realize that as much as the initial cost is a bit expensive for greenhouse,
yeah,
it's paying. So the challenge that farmers go through, first of all, is that when you engage somebody who is not an agronomist,
right,
you should be very ready to fail because like we always say, in agriculture is a business.
Yeah.
Don't just go into it. Engage an expert. Go with him. Work with the expert from the day you start constructing a greenhouse, even the day the idea is being born.
Yeah.
Do it with an expert.
So, do we have enough experts? And how are they in the field? And you'll also tell us the role of the government extension officers in realizing this vision.
Yeah, actually, we actually don't have a lot of experts.
Yeah.
Because most of the agronomists, when the trained agronomists are doing sales reps for these chemical companies.
Yeah.
That is the job that has proven to be paying for agronomists than any other job. So most of them are working for these chemical companies, and they're actually just selling. And when you visit a salesperson for advice,
yeah,
don't expect them to advise you like you want, or don't expect them to give you the best advice.
Yep.
They will always tell you what is convenient for them because they are not being paid to help you. They are being paid to sell.
So, that is the challenge which comes to the independent agronomist, which we have in the field now.
Yeah, the independent agronomists are good because they will tell you your position as a farmer or as a farm without any favorism to any product. So they will just tell you to do this and this and this. When you visit somebody who is selling chemicals,
yep,
and they just want to sell a chemical to you,
yeah,
they will advise you based on what they have on the shelves.
So, do you think how will a farmer know the difference between an independent agronomist and an agronomist working for a particular company?
It's known. Any salesperson will make sure that he's pushing the agenda of his company forward. So definitely, the introduction itself will tell you whoever you're dealing with. But I'm not telling farmers that you should afford these guys. They are not actually the best advisors to a farmer or to a farm that is growing, because they will tell you what they need to tell to you. So actually, there's a shortage of agronomists in the industry, because most of them are doing sales, and you see, most of them will do farmer trainings on products, not on techniques. They will not do trainings on techniques. They will not do trainings on market issues. They will be doing trainings based on what they are supposed to sell. They will be trying to grow their market reach
for their products.
Yeah, sure.
So could that be the reason why we are failing to advance forward? Lack of proper advice.
First of all, I think we need to have a different conversation about agronomists.
Yeah.
We need to sit down and define who an agronomist is.
Yeah.
What he should do for the farmers, and when should farmers look for an advice of an agronomist. Currently, an agronomist is only invited when there's a problem.
Yep.
An agronomist is only invited when the farmer is not selling.
Yeah.
So actually, farmers should first of all realize that for them to do agriculture, they should engage an agronomist. It should be a mandatory thing for any farmer. So the conversation should be farmers engaging agronomists.
Yeah.
Or experts in the field of agriculture. Without they should not be picking ideas from their fellow farmers, because most of the farmers, where I've seen what they do, when they see a greenhouse in a neighbor's farm, they want to do it because somebody told them that it's paying, but not because there's an expert who actually told them that these are the facts. Because actually greenhouse has its own disadvantages.
So
that an agronomist will tell you that this is what is going to happen, and we can do this to avoid this.
So it should be now, we should be encouraging our farmers to seek professional advices when going to farm.
Yeah, actually, farmers should make sure that they seek agronomical advice, or agronomical support from agronomists. And this could be government agronomist, this could be an independent agronomist, this could be the other agronomist, the sales guys. But now,
the government extension officers.
Yeah, because actually the government extension officers, I begin to see some movement. Nowadays, I meet these guys who work for government.
Yeah.
They are beginning to visit farms, and now they pursue some specific products, some specific projects. That government have interest in. If government is giving farmers support in coffee, these guys will only do coffee.
Yeah.
But what happens here is most of the farmers do mixed farming.
Mixed farming.
Mixed farming.
Yep.
Yeah. So actually, farmers should learn to engage agronomists. They should actually appreciate what agronomists are doing, and they should always do what the agronomists say. Because some other farmers, they don't actually care what they tell them.
Yeah.
And that is where they go wrong. That is where they fail.
Unaweza fikiria mbona wakulima hawapendi kuambiwa ama hawapendi kusikia vile wanaambiwa? Nini imefanya wakose imani?
I could say, first of all, maybe at some point in time, we engage agronomists and sales people. I mean, any other agronomist when you are very sure on what they are saying.
Yeah.
They could have failed, or something could have happened. Actually, the agronomist could have given them the best advice.
Yeah.
But sometimes some things don't work the way you anticipate. So probably they could have gotten an experience like that they anticipated of something, and it's never happened. So, and the agronomists were involved.
For that to be happening, what is the current certification for somebody to be an agronomist? And do we have legislation to protect the industry?
That is what I think also. I've been trying to push for that. We should have a body for that. I think we are the only professionals who don't have a body.
Yeah.
We only have associations,
Yeah.
but there is no regulatory body for agronomists.
Yeah.
And that is why I think most of the farmers don't have that. We need to get a body that will regulate an agronomist. And also we will help the agronomists themselves, because, most of these agronomists, they are not being paid what they actually deserve.
Yeah.
You see, a farmer will invite you for consultancy, and then they will just give you transport.
Yeah.
So it is even demoralizing for these agronomists. Most of them will run away from the job. They will never take a call from a farmer because it's not paid.
Yeah.
So actually, I think we need a body.
So we have a professional body for agronomists.
Yeah, I think we need a professional body for agronomists. That is where the government should start. It will even give confidence to the farmers.
Yeah.
When they are engaging an agronomist, because they know this is somebody who is trained, he is certified to be an agronomist. Yeah, we are trained to be agronomists in our colleges.
Yeah.
But then we will be a body that regulates what we do.
True.
Yeah, sure.
Na kulingana na hiyo,
yeah,
unaona kuna mabadiliko gani ambayo inaweza changia, ama kuna maendeleo yote ambayo inaelekea kuwa na a professional body for the agronomist? Kuna mazungumzo yote, kuna mtu anaendeleza mazungumzo kulingana na hiyo ama hakuna?
Sasa sidhani kama kuna. We are trying to put for it. Through Twitter, through Facebook. We are trying to talk to these legislators to see if they can do a body that will regulate agronomists, especially independent agronomists.
Na kulingana na hiyo, tumekuwa tukiona watu wengi hawapendi kusomea masomo ya tuite ukulima, agriculture katika university ama vyuo vikuu.
Yeah.
Kunaweza kuwa na hilo pia imekuwa tatizo.
Unajua hii industry ya agriculture haijakuwa, kwanza kuna ile culture ile mambo nilikwambia, mambo ya tradition. Watu wanafikiria ukulima ni ushamba.
Yeah.
Wenye watu wanasema ukulima ni ushamba. So unajua tulilelewa na system ilikuwa inatuambia tukimaliza kupewa kazi.
Yeah.
Hatukufundwa kwamba tunafaa kumaliza kusoma ama tunafaa kupata knowledge nyumbani to implement what we are learning.
Yeah.
So na ile kazi watu kwa sababu in our society currently we believe so much in white collar job.
Yeah.
We believe in going to offices and writing checks and writing proposals.
Yeah.
We don't believe in going to the farm, being in a gumboot, being in an overall. We don't believe that is a life that can earn you a living. Actually,
yeah.
We don't believe that farming is a very good form of employment. Yeah. Which I should actually tell the listeners that farming is the next big thing in Africa.
Yeah.
And especially for the young people, because if you sit down as a young person,
yeah,
if you adopt new technologies in agriculture, if you do farming that is market oriented,
yeah,
you use market from the market to the farm.
Yeah.
You can actually create some very good employment that is very satisfying. Farming, when you do farming,
yeah,
you very satisfied. Life is about patience. Farming is a great of patience, like life is. Utapanda nyanya ungoje mpaka ikuwe kubwa.
Yeah. It's called a profession of hope.
Yeah, so this is something that will make you see that nowadays young people are committing suicide because of expectation.
Yeah.
But I think they should come to farming. When they come to farming, they learn that you don't get everything the same day. You cannot plant today and harvest tomorrow.
Yeah.
young people are doing are committing suicide because they have huge expectations.
And you are coming up, you're telling us about this, and yesterday was the World Mental Health Day 2020.
Yeah.
And we want you to, in the next session, which will come up after the short break,
Yeah.
you will tell us how we can now invite youth to do farming and what we can show to them that they don't see already, and how we can say farming as a profession of hope can help in improving the mental status of many youth.
That will be a good discussion.
Let's take a very short break and we'll be back shortly to continue with our discussion. Welcome back, our listeners. The show is going on. We are having so many reactions. We have so many comments coming still. And we encourage you to use the hashtag Farmers Radio, tag Mr. Horticulture on Twitter, Facebook, and tag us as well at Farmers Radio. We shall be able to get back to you with your questions and any assistance. So, Mr. Horticulture.
Yes.
Ulikuwa unatuambia kuhusu how youth want some quick rich schemes and how farming can be a way to train them to be patient.
Yeah, one thing about farming, Kelvin, is that you cannot plant a tomato today and harvest tomorrow, a red tomato.
Yeah.
And actually, it's a rule of nature. It's normal to us, we understand that you should be very. You should wait for all 72 days to harvest tomato from the beetroot.
Yeah.
So this thing actually, it's a natural so that we should be very like what people do. This betting thing and young people want to pay 50 shillings on a game.
Yeah.
And in the next 1 hour they are rich.
Yeah.
So it's thing that has people to get into suicide because of expectations.
Right.
People are expecting huge results with very small efforts into very big results.
Yeah.
Actually, this will be killing the next generation. Because if we take it up and we pass it on to the next generation, that we will be killing the next generation, because we will be breeding a generation that will actually know hard. They will not understand what hard work is.
Yeah.
And actually that is what will kill most of them. Because this is a world that you should work very hard.
So, well, we should have a discussion so that we look at how we can make farming develop good attributes and good behavior among the youth.
Like we always say, is one thing I've realized from my experience with working with young people,
right?
Because I'm actually one of them.
Yeah.
What I've realized is that we the young people, we love it cool.
Yeah.
We want to take selfies in the farm.
Right.
We want to be in very nice overalls.
Yeah.
We want to be in very nice gumboots. So this is what we should, the industry should, or even the government should try and do. They should make agriculture cool for young people.
Right.
They should try and make sure that it's something that ikwe hata in a trend. Farming is a trend once in a while. So we should appreciate that we are a generation of selfies and photographs.
Yeah.
So we should appreciate. Ukiona mtu akipiga picha kwa shamba, don't shout at them.
Right.
If you invite me to come to your farm, ukiniona nikipiga picha, let me be. That will motivate me more.
So like, kwa sababu pia tunafikiria how to make farming cool and farming fun.
Yeah.
So unaweza tupea mikakati gani, like uambie hawa wasikilizaji wetu wamekuza live, wanasikiza radio, wengi watasikia hii, baada ya hii pia tutarecord, watakuwa nayo kwa simu zao. Unaweza waambia nini ndio wakuwe inspired na wa take farming from a different perspective?
Naambia kwanza farming ni kitu poa sana. Watu wa ile mashamba.
Yeah.
You can imagine getting feeds at the same feeds.
Yeah.
Unakula poa.
Yeah.
Na unaunda pesa.
So ni form like hii farming tunaweza change dialogue like unaona kuna hope.
Nataka wazee wachangamke. Hii ni kitu kila mtu anaweza changamka. Imagine kupanda nyanya, unakula nyanya fresh, unaunda pesa, umeuza nyanya. And then you actually, we are the young people, we are the market. Sisi wenyewe ndio market ya hizi agricultural produce.
The food.
So nobody should tell any upcoming farmer that there's no market for tomatoes, because actually his immediate neighbor is the market.
Right.
Sisi wenyewe tuna consume hiyo kitu. So to make it sexy and cool like we want it, mimi nataka to government invest kwa mingi kwa young people in agriculture.
Right.
Kama tunaweza kuwa na initiative kama ya ku make sure that kila youth anapata mbegu ya different crop.
Yeah.
Like we get a constituency wapewe mbegu, mwingine nyanya, mwingine cabbage.
Yeah.
And then get an agronomist like us to just do a small follow up.
Yeah.
Alafu pia tuwajenge, tuwamotivate, tuwatafutie mbolea, pia tuwatafutie market. Wakipata pesa, hao wengine pia wanageni farming.
Ni true. So
we need to just innovate small initiatives kama hizo.
Nice.
Pia tujaribu kuunda training ya farmers. Na training ya young people into farming.
Yeah.
And we don't make it look very serious, because what I've realized, young people don't like serious things.
Yeah.
Hawataki kitu yenye mtu anakuja anaongea mpaka saa 8. Mtu njaa imemuuma. Let's make something.
Alafu ikifika lunch anawaambia najua imefika lunch lakini acha nimalize na hii.
That is one thing that we should actually be very careful. Like, we want to get young people to do farming.
So, well, umesema we make it a business.
Yeah, actually, first of all, my point will be this. Number one, let us train farmers. Let us train young people on techniques in agriculture.
Yeah.
Hao mabeshte zetu wako jiji, wako town, wako wapi. You guys can do farming in their small plots. Kuna hizi techniques kama modern farming, kama urban farming.
Urban farming, rooftop.
Rooftop kuna wanaenda bash rooftop.
Yeah.
Pia tunaweza unda ka garden kidogo hapo, tupande strawberry.
Ndio tunatoa tu pale, tunapick pale tukizikula kwa rooftop.
Zile mnaenda party.
Yeah.
Kuna tutatengeneza pale vertical garden kama multi-story garden ama hizo vertical box.
Yeah.
Tupande strawberry. Alafu kila mtu atakuwa anaamka asubuhi anaenda kumwaga maji. So it builds the sense of responsibility in young people. First, that is one.
Yeah.
So first of all, let us train young people.
Right.
We can train those guys who are in urban areas to do urban farming, vertical farming. Make sure that they maximize the small space they have in the urban areas.
So that mtu akiishi Betsita anaweza panda like a number of sukuma wiki pale, so that anaweza kuwa anapika na kula fresh from
mtu anaweza panda strawberries, kitunguu anaweza panda, dania anaweza panda. Na siku hizi dania unaenda soko unanunua mbegu ya 20 shillings.
Yeah.
Make sure tu unapanda. Just make sure venye tulikuwa tunafunza kitambo au kupanda mahindi kwa ile chupa kidogo.
Yeah.
So because actually, we are a very rich continent. Imagine tuko na mchanga for free. Tuko na maji ya mvua, tuko na maji ya kisima, tuko na maji. We have almost everything around us. So we can just do something that will motivate everybody to do farming.
Yeah.
So through training, I wish the government could make it mandatory for any these primary and high school guys to do farming in school, and not do like they used to do it for us.
Na kabla tujamaliza, unajua pia tunafikiria vile umesema tuifanye farming ikuwe a good thing for you, ikuwe fun, ikuwe exciting. Na tumesema vitu mengi pale. Mimi nilikuwa nafikiria unaona aje ile kupea wanafunzi punishment, na tumesikia shule inafunguliwa soon. Ile mwanafunzi akifanya makosa anafanywa punishment yake ni kwenda kulima shamba, ama punishment ni kwenda kuchunga kuku wa shule. Hiyo inaweza kuwa inaweza leta picha gani kwa ukulima?
hiyo sasa ndio inaharibu ukulima.
Yeah. Utuambie tu kusikia vizuri. Yeah.
As a form of punishment to students. Because actually that is what is killing agriculture, because this is the future generation.
Yeah.
These are the people who will feed generations in the future. And these are the people who we expect to pass some good virtues of agriculture, or virtues of hard work, virtues of patience, to another generation that we are not going to see.
Yep.
So if we begin by telling them that agriculture is a bad thing, and if you do something bad, we are going to punish you through farming.
Yeah.
And then we are telling them they should not be doing farming.
Or it's for the failures.
Yeah, or it's for the failures, which is actually wrong. We should begin to make sure that everybody is doing farming and every student is being trained to farm, because everybody is eating. Everybody is a consumer.
Yeah.
So why should we eat something that's produced in Somalia? It's produced in...
So we have to make it this way now. To celebrate farming as a profession, we should let the strongest people or the brightest minds in our classrooms and everywhere to be the ones at the forefront of farms.
Yeah, sure. That will do well in culture change. It will help a lot of people change their attitude.
So
yeah. Together with our team, we are trying to come up with awards.
Yep.
Awards for which are
we are losing you.
I'm saying what I'm saying is we are trying also together with my team.
Yep.
To come up with an yearly award for young farmers.
Right.
That will award farmers in categories of the best yield, the high yielder.
Yeah.
Whichever crop.
Nice.
The most innovative, the best breeder.
Yeah.
Best nursery racer. So we are trying to do that. I think that also will motivate a lot of young people to get into farming. And then also it will make farming a competitive employment.
Yeah.
A competitive field, which in return, it will give us more yields. If we get people competing to get a high yield, we'll get a lot of people going down to doing research on good varieties, on good techniques of doing farming, just to make sure that they get the yield, so that they get the price. So this is what we are thinking it will help, and we wish that most stakeholders could come on board, so that we make something good for young people. So eventually we make sure that young people are beginning to appreciate, being appreciated, get appreciated in what they do, the small efforts they put in. Be it communication, because there are a lot of young people who nowadays communicate a lot, put through a lot of agricultural information.
Yeah.
These people should be awarded. Handsomely, you see, because actually they are doing the biggest parts.
Yeah.
Disseminating information,
right,
is actually what we lack currently, because a lot of information is not getting down to the grassroots.
Yeah.
Those farmers who are actually doing it, the people who are getting information are the smartphone holders. The smartphone holders are urban dwellers. They just live in town.
Yeah.
They don't come back home. So these are people who are not actually doing the real thing. They are not doing farming.
I guess
so. If you get somebody who is trying to actually find ways of getting information down to the farmers at home or in rural areas, they should also be appreciated.
Then, so how best do we appreciate our farmers?
Yeah, well, actually, first of all, I am very disappointed by the government. Now I'm for farming.
Yeah.
They're not getting price. Right now,
we lost you a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed by the current government in Kenya, because actually they are not buying maize from farmers,
Right.
which is the biggest cash crop currently.
Yeah.
After cereals, after the other cash crops like tea,
Yeah.
they are not getting less price in the industry.
Yeah.
Actually, I know the challenges with pricing of food because of the fluctuation, the demand and supply issue. But now the government should come in and regulate at least put a minimum price.
Yeah.
They should also have develop very good policy for the farmers.
For the
Because currently now
yeah. We lost you some seconds a bit. Oh, in a nutshell,
yeah.
in less than 1 minute, please tell us if agriculture really works for the Kenyan youth.
Currently, we don't have a lot of young people doing farming.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that agriculture really works for young people.
Yeah.
We only need to get the young people the right information. We need to get the young people the right tools and equipment to do farming.
Right.
And we also need to make sure that we have policies there, or we have people
Yeah.
who will invest in young people.
Right.
In agriculture.
Yeah.
Which what the young people are doing, so that it looks like it's very good for the young people.
Right. And so yeah, we get that now. People are asking us where they'll find you. Could you please leave your contact, your social media handle, so that people can follow up with you? Many people want to see you and consult with you.
Yeah, okay. I'm on Facebook as Maxwel Kiptanui.
Right.
I'm on Instagram as Maxwel Kiptanui.
Right.
I'm on Twitter as Mr. Horticulture, but it is at Maxwel_Kiptanui. Maxwel with a single L.
All right. So people will be able to follow with you if anybody wants to ask anything about horticulture, greenhouse construction, farm management services, and many more.
Yeah. I'll be available on those social platforms.
We are very happy to have had you today in our studios.
Thank you.
We look forward to talking with you again soon to see what will be happening, what new developments will have happened, and what you yourself would have experienced over the next few days and months to come.
Thank you. I'll always be here to listen and to help.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you again.
Thank you.
All our listeners, we are happy for the time we've been with us. Please share the video with your friends. Invite them to like our socials. Always keep the conversation going using the hashtag Farmers Radio.